It's prom. But y'all, it is not going to be the most beautiful, magical moment that it's supposed to be, the most stress-free moment that it's supposed to be. It's about to get real in episode 7, which is the mid-season finale of season 4 of All American. It's your good sis Erica Vane coming to you with the breakdown, the preview for episode 7. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and start with the most volatile part. Somebody falls. Somebody falls. Somebody needs medical attention in this trailer. I'm not going from the beginning to the end. I'm going to where I want to pay attention to first. We see Spencer making a phone call, and then a few frames before, we see Olivia walking into a gymnasium with somebody on the floor. And I don't necessarily know if those two are related. Like, part of me feels like Spencer walking into Billy's office and then making this phone call right here, that is him seeing maybe GW. We see that GW is back in this episode. We get a quick moment with him looking completely fine with Billy for a split second, and then I'm thinking that it's GW in Billy's office because it's like, who else would be in there? Who else, like, has the confidence to just walk in and be hanging out in Billy's office, would be checking out something? I definitely think that would be GW. So that kind of leads me to believe, y'all, that there's two different like medical instances that happen, because when we walk in to see Olivia seeing somebody on the floor or hunched over and this person has like a little bun, I'm like, who is this? A lot of y'all were mentioning to me that you think it might be her little mentee that might have, relapse or something like that. But the mentee's problem isn't necessarily like alcohol or anything like that. The mentee's problem, from what I can remember, I thought it was like pills or like Adderall or something like that. It wasn't alcohol or anything that's going to be like Molly. Like, I don't know. I just feel like this might not be her mentee. And she's also, the way she hits this corner and the way she's looking, she's more like confused. And I feel like if it was her little sponsoree, then she would be a little bit more like rushing in because she knows the person. So I don't necessarily think that it's that, but I do think that we're going to see two different instances with people going down for something. Now, the Spencer scene, I think that it might be GW, and the Olivia scene, I have no idea who that is going to be, but I am concerned. Now, I want to really quickly go to the moment where we see everybody clapping and they're looking towards Coop. I love, love, love Patience with this blonde and this straight standing next to Coop, and they in this coral. They look so cute together. I think that Coop winds up getting voted prom queen, which will be amazing. Even though she dropped out and got her GED, I think that would be really cool and something excited for her to feel included within the environment, and that's why everybody is looking her way and cheering her on. We're going to see everybody at the Crenshaw prom. Now, I don't know, because initially we said that they were going to combine it, right? Like, I definitely thought that they were going to combine the proms, but something about that told me that they were going to combine the proms and make them at Beverly, but it looks like that we're actually at Crenshaw. So I wonder what actually happened at Beverly Hills. Oh, wait, I know what actually happened. So maybe in a way to build stronger relations between the schools or something, and as a result of what the football team did. Because if y'all haven't already, check out my synopsis breakdown. They release synopsis to tell you a little general gist about what we can expect in the episode, and I break those down. My episode 7 synopsis is up right now, so you can go ahead and check that out. I'll link it in the cards above, the description box down below. But in that synopsis, it says the football team does something and then Spencer has to basically go back and fix it. And I think that what we see, or what they do, is actually what Jabari is tied to in this trailer. So we see Jabari peeking around a corner with a little flashlight, and I think that when this happens, this is because they break into Beverly Hills to steal their championship trophy, because we get to see a little bit earlier in the trailer the football team gathered together, and it's not any of the singers, it's all the underclassmen. Jabari is an underclassman, and then the rest of these guys we don't actually know. They're getting together. It looks like Jabari has a flask in his hand, so they've been drinking a little bit, and they are saying that they are the champions. They know that they're the champions. And then we get the moment a little bit later where we see Jabari with his flashlight, and it looks like he's in the halls of Beverly Hills. And there's a little caution tape up, so maybe something already had happened. They decided to break in to like steal the trophy because it really belongs to them there. And then I don't know, y'all, but see, that feels like it's at the same time as the prom, so that wouldn't be the reason why the proms are together. So I'm not necessarily sure of how we got here with the proms being together, but they are together, or at least our favorite group is going to the Crenshaw prom. And heck, maybe they don't put the proms together, but everybody decides to go to the Crenshaw prom and not the Beverly prom, because Jordan isn't going with Simone anymore. She has a tournament to go to. And then the rest of them have been kicking it in Crenshaw a lot anyway. Like in last episode, we saw Asher and Layla hanging at the Crenshaw Cafe. They might be like, oh yeah, the Beverly Hills prom is going to be boring. So like, let's just go to Crenshaw. But anyway, let's go back to this whole stealing of the trophy. I definitely think that that's what happens. Then we get a moment where we see Jabari talk about y'all ready for y'all night to be made. This is either before they do it or after they do it. I definitely think that it could be after they do it because he might, go and grab Chris and like, Chris, let me show you what happened or what we did. We did this amazing thing for us. And then Chris comes in and sees that they stole this trophy and he know that's going to be a problem. And that's why Chris is looking so dang on concerned. They did a really good job with this dang on trailer and putting things out of order because they got everything all mixed up. And I think that there are tons of breadcrumbs here, but I had to watch this at least 20 times, y'all, and I did it on 0.25 speed. At least we get a couple of moments with Spencer and Olivia having a good time at prom. They get to dance a little bit before they both are worried. Okay, so now I know in the synopsis it says that Olivia struggles with how to connect with her sponsee and making her take her sobriety seriously, but I don't necessarily know if that is her actually relapsing. I think that maybe the girl that's on the ground when Olivia walks in, that could be her sponsee, and her sponsee could be holding another person who was inebriated or something like that. And this could be the conversation of Olivia, like, you have to pick your friends better. You have to be mindful of who you spend your time with because all of this is an influence. And she could probably speak to, what her experiences were before she actually overdosed and then her journey through sobriety and then, her relapse. So maybe that's it when it comes to the sponsee. We also are going to see moments where Patience and Coop are going to have conversations around Amina. Now, to me, the synopsis was leaning towards Patience being frustrated with Coop choosing Amina again. But in the trailer, we get to see Patience actually doing Amina's makeup and connecting with her. So maybe it's not going to be as much tension there as I might have thought before. Overall, we are going to get a couple of fun moments. I'm excited that the major problem that the football team does is probably tied to the championship title and this trophy versus them actually doing some destructiveness that was going to be a super stressor on Spencer because y'all know I'm over Spencer James being stressed. Also in this trailer, we get to see Asher kiss somebody, and I think y'all are right. In a live, if y'all missed it, I did a live after show for episode 6, and a lot of people were talking about they think that he was kissing Vanessa. I agree, which is interesting. She just kind of popped back up out of nowhere, and okay, I guess we gonna get her. Okay, cool, if this is what Asher wants to do, even though he already said that Layla was the love of his life and they're getting to be a lot cooler. So I guess it's gonna be very, very interesting to see. We're gonna see, I think, Jordan and Layla go to prom together, but only because Simone can't go, and they're going as friends. So don't even get your Jayla dreams all hyped up and overly excited because they're literally going to be there as friends. Ultimately, I feel like the whole group goes together. Like, they are there to kick it with each other and have a really, really great time. And I'm looking forward to it. I think this is going to be a really dope episode. But y'all, that's it. That is my preview for episode 7, season 4 of All American. Let me know what your thoughts on the trailer are in the comment section down below. Let's chop it up, drop your predictions, and I will see you in the next amazing All American video. Bye.